Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. When I last left you guys, we had just finished up a little side adventure with grinding in the Tower of Valny for a minute, just so I can show that off to you guys, but today we are getting back to the story proper with Chapter 9, Distant Blade. And we are going to be starting this chapter with a cutaway to Grotto Keep here, it would seem. And here we have the Emperor and his 6 generals. Frelia's Sacred Stone has been destroyed, and yet we still cannot find the Stone of Renee. Well, so this is the Emperor tasking Glenn and Valter with finding the siblings and taking their bracelets from them. It looks like he's sending Valter after Ephraim and Glenn after Eirika. That's probably for the best, because I don't know if I would want Valter anywhere near Eirika. That guy's a creep. Yeah, anyway. Here we have Riev and Kalik. They are being tasked with finding and shattering the remaining Sacred Stones, being Johanna and Rausten. Both of these people actually have backgrounds from their those respective countries there, but we'll get into that later. Kalik even says here, he's like, why do I have to go back there? Dang it. I became a mercenary to get out of there. And then finally we have Dusel and Selena. Dusel's being tasked with punishing the Frelian army and defeating Ephraim in combat. So it seems like he's actually sending Glenn and Dusel to go deal with Ephraim, or rather Valter and Dusel to deal with Ephraim. Which I guess you might need because Ephraim's just that good. And who do we have here? It's Tana! She came all the way out here by her lonesome without the permission of her father because he would have just said not to go. See? Exactly. So Tana, as you might have noticed, flew in on a Pegasus because she is a Pegasus Knight. Imagine that. She didn't want to be left out because Eirika and Ephraim and Innes are all out fighting, and she didn't want to be stuck at home by herself. I guess that's a pretty noble goal, I guess. And here we are, I believe, in Port Curis, in Carcino. Looking for passage by sea over to Rausten. And here's Eirika's incredibly clever disguise. She's a mercenary by the name of Eirika. She changed one letter in her name and dropped another. Yes, master of disguise, Eirika is not. In fact, we'll see just how much evidence of that we have in just a moment here. And here we have, you guessed it, it's La Rochelle again, and she is my favorite character in this game, without question. Pretty sure I mentioned that already, but... And here she is enjoying some delicious pastry. Because if you're going to go visit foreign cities, why not enjoy the food, right? That's my mantra anyway. Whenever I travel, that's the first thing I do is find the food, but... Yes, this is La Rochelle. Her presence is very much welcome, however, we will not be seeing much... We won't be seeing her for very long right now, unfortunately. Eirika's like, wait, no, I'm not here to eat pastry. I'm here to find a boat to Rausten. And then La Rochelle tells us that no ships are leaving port. La Rochelle actually is from Rausten herself. I believe she did mention that when we first encountered her several chapters ago. As we can see here, she is a high-ranking noble from Rausten, too. She ordered a vessel prepared, and they were like, nope, we ain't doing that, because I guess there is some kind of ghost ship patrolling the sea, and it's sinking everybody it finds, so no one's outdoor sailing right now. And then we learn from La Rochelle here that there is actually an overland route to get to Rausten from here. It's just, you know, difficult. She says it's a roundabout way to travel. It's technically not. It's just going straight there. Just, you gotta go through, like, a mountain range first to get there. And here we have her talking about how, don't worry, it'll toughen you up. It's like, what the heck would she know about being toughened up? She looks, you know, like a pampered noble through and through. And she is. Don't get me wrong. She totally is. But she's still the best character in this game. Dazla and Rennek, don't fall behind. And of course, Mr. Dwarf Man here, he's like, aha, let's go! The first one to collapse from exhaustion is the winner. It's an interesting game there. And then Eirika's like, wait, aren't they going the wrong way? So it's like, nah, just don't worry about it, let's go. It's not important. Seems it may be our only choice. And who is this schmuck? See, Eirika's disguise worked brilliantly. She gets recognized by the first person who doesn't know who she is. Also, this guy is really weird looking and has green chest hair, and that's kind of weird to me. He also only talks out of one side of his mouth. At any rate, so what we're dealing with here now is a mercenary band that was hired to find and deal with Princess Eirika. I'm not sure if their plan was to kill her or just take her captive, but at any rate, we have the leader of the mercenary group here, Binks. He's a warrior. Not the first promoted boss we've seen, but certainly a little more imposing than the last one we fought, although he's still pathetically slow, so... At any rate, a lot of mercenaries in this map. You got a group of like 5 or so here. We got a few archers. Soldiers as well, but a lot of mercenaries. And we've got pirates. There be pirates in them their waters. Thankfully, we brought a pirate of our own that can head under the water and also deal with them at the same time. This is also a great map to have Pegasi for, because it allows them to kind of cut across here and deal with these guys and soften them up before our main body gets there. Because our main army will have to go all the way around here and all the way down here and then all the way this way to get to the boss. And there's also a couple of villages we need to get to. And we need to get to them quickly because these two pirates are not... they're not just called that for no reason. They actually will try to attempt to pillage those villages. This pirate here will target this one, and this pirate up here will target this one. And actually, a third pirate will be spawning up top of here on like the first turn or the second turn, and then we'll make a beeline down to that one as well. So we need to deal with them quickly. Their AI will prioritize them to attack the village and ignore anybody that's in their way. So they'll just go straight way around people to get to those villages, so we need to kill them quickly. I did go ahead and pre-equip everybody for this mission, the only exception to that being Tana, because we just got her. As you can see, she is force deployed in this map. She comes with a heavy spear, which is nice for taking out armored units. However, there are none on this map, and quite frankly, that thing is just too bloody heavy for her to use anyway. She has a con of 5, so that'll bring her 13 speed down to a pathetic 4, which we don't need. So we're going to leave that heavy spear behind for the time being. In fact, we won't even be needing it at all, so we're going to give her an Iron Lance instead. We're actually going to get a slightly more durable one, I think, from Vanessa here. Because Vanessa still has her Slim Lance to use. She can keep the Javelin, that's fine. Everybody else is pretty good to go, I think, so let's get going, shall we? We're not bringing Calm, there's nothing to steal here. We're going to keep using Mulder the Boulder over Natasha. She's, quite frankly, we've invested more into Mulder at this point, and I don't want to have to worry about training 2 clerics. It's just too much effort. Kyle's already a decently high level, and we don't need Seth, so we're going to go with this group. I want to try to get Joshua some experience. He's going to have plenty of things to kill, so we'll see if we can't get him leveled up a little bit. But other than that, we're ready to go, so let's get into it, shall we? And unfortunately, I can't move Tana from the starting spot, otherwise I would have put her closer to the water to deal with these pirates, but sadly that is not the case. So first things first, speaking of pirates, let's whip an axe at one of their faces. And this is another reason why I think it's utterly pointless to make Ross a fighter over a pirate, because fighters and pirates have pretty much similar stat lines and stat growths. The exception being pirates are generally a little faster. Fighters will generally have more constitution and more hit points, but the pirates have plenty of that anyway. And then pirates can move over the water and also mountain peaks, and fighters cannot. So, and ultimately, I guess we could have gone the fighter route to make Ross a hero in the long run, but if I'm being totally honest, I don't think Ross does that well as a hero. I think he's much better off as a warrior or a berserker, simply because he has very high strength growth. And the strength cap for a warrior or a berserker is much, much higher than that of a hero. So, and also he just doesn't have the speed to keep up with most other heroes. In fact, there's only 1 or 2 other ones in this game, and one of them that we're going to get pretty early on is a beast, and Ross does not compare. So, I much prefer to keep him as a berserker. Also because you don't actually get any other berserkers in this game besides Ross. That's a lie. You get Dazla. Eventually we will get Dazla, who is La Rochelle's right-hand man, but... oh wow, look at that. 1 round with a crit. Perfect. That's actually brilliant. I was hoping to have to not deal with him for more than a turn, and there we go. I don't have to now. And he also didn't hit her, so that's even better. So we will get Dazla later on as a berserker, but he, by comparison, is just pathetic, unfortunately. He's a pre-promote, and we all know how I feel about pre-promotes. I guess it really depends on the pre-promote. Some of them I like, and some of them I'm not as big of a fan of. Dazla is one of the ones that I'm just not a fan of, simply because his stats are really benign and just meh. I think he's got 9 speed or something as a Berserker, and that's just meh. That's nothing. That's pathetic. So we're going to keep Ross as our resident axe-wielding Berserker man. Hopefully he'll get a little bit better in the speed department by the time he becomes a Berserker. He's doing okay for now, but I would prefer him to be a little bit faster. And of course I forgot to turn on animations for Tana, because I always forget to turn on animations for new units. But she will easily dispatch both of these soldiers, no issue, and not even get hit in the process. And then she'll crit this mercenary and level up immediately. As you can see, Tana is already turning out amazing. Her strength growth is quite a bit higher than Vanessa's. Her speed growth is pretty much on par. I think Vanessa's got a little more speed than Tana, generally speaking. I believe Vanessa also focuses more on resistance, but that being said, Tana is comparable or superior in every other aspect. Convenient that Ross should pick up that ocean seal. Something else I wanted to show you guys, that pirate dropped an ocean seal. That is, you might recognize that as the item to promote pirates from Blazing Sword. However, in this game, it is also used to promote thieves. We don't need a Fel contract. That item does not exist in this game. They rolled the Fel contract into the ocean seal. So we could use this seal to promote Ross, or we could use it to promote Colm. It's our choice. More than likely it's going to be Ross. I don't see any reason to promote Colm out of being a thief. That being said, there is an alternative to an assassin in this game. That is, I think, I'm not going to say superior, because assassins still have their niche, but when compared to a swordmaster or this other class, there really is no reason to deploy an assassin, unfortunately, in this game. So let's go ahead and heal up Tana real quick. Actually, let's watch out for this archer. So I'm going to put Gilliam right in the way here, and he can soften up everybody. I mean, that mercenary, if he wants to go for Tana, he certainly can. It's not an issue. But we can actually advance a little further now. I'm trying to keep everybody out of harm's way for the most part. It's not that I don't think it's important to move quickly in this game. In this chapter, it is very much important, but you also don't want your more frail units to get picked off needlessly by a stray arrow or a stray mercenary or something to that effect. So you'll see that pirate did spawn up here as I predicted, so we're going to move Vanessa down to intercept him as quickly as possible. If I go right there, that's not necessarily a great spot. She'll be in line of fire of all these guys. And this guy actually has a killing edge, this Myrmidon. So we got to be careful of him. That being said, I think he'll only 15 out of, what, she has 8 defense, plus 1 from the triangle attacks advantage, so if he crits her, that'll be 18 damage. So I don't necessarily want Vanessa to get hit by all those guys at once. I don't know that she'll be able to survive an onslaught like that, so we're going to park her right on the edge here. And Ross can keep moving across the water to get these archers. We're going to move Ross there because having a Pegasus fly down here to deal with them is not a good idea. They'll get picked off by archers very quickly, so sending Ross, who can just walk over the water, is much more efficient in my opinion. So let's see how this goes. You'll see that pirate just does not care about the army coming at him. He's like, nope, gotta go get me that village. And Gilliam will laugh at these poor mercenaries as they try to put a dent in him. I've been talking a little bit about the weapon triangle. I don't know if I... Jeez, I've turned her animations on again. I'm not sure if I adequately explained the triangle in this installment of the game. Maybe I did, but... something I want to point out with weapon triangle. It is very nice to have, but it's not required to have an advantage all the time. What I mean by that is you saw Vanessa take out that pirate on the water, although she's wielding a lance and he has an axe, so she should have been at a massive disadvantage, but really, she was still able to contend with him just fine and also immediately killed him, so... don't make the mistake or the assumption that just because you have the weapon triangle disadvantage that you're not capable of dealing with a unit that you have the disadvantage against. That is patently untrue. Most units, with very few exceptions, are perfectly capable of handling units that they have disadvantage against. Maybe not as adequately as a unit that does have an advantage, but if you're in a pinch and you really need a unit to kill somebody and they have a disadvantage, don't be afraid to use them to do that. Did I just miss an 89%? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people fall into that particular pit where they're like, oh, I don't want to attack this mercenary because he's got a sword and I have an axe. Well, you might get lucky. That's actually one of the worst examples, honestly, because axe... That's probably one of the worst examples to use, because axe users have pretty poor hit rates to start with. Axes are not a very accurate weapon. And on top of that, sword users tend to be very nimble and very quick. So using a character class that has a pathetic hit rate already against a class that has a really high dodge rate, and then on top of that you've got a weapon triangle disadvantage, it's a recipe for disaster, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to turn her animations on before I forget yet again. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for neglecting to do that. There we go. And then we can finish off this mercenary with... Let's do it with Eirika. She needs some level ups, I think. My rule of thumb is to try to keep the main lord at a level, at least the number of chapter it is. Or at least a little bit higher, I think. That might not be a bad idea. So we want to get Eirika to at least level 10, maybe 11 if we can help it this chapter. That'd be nice. That, by the way, that rule of thumb is not... It's completely arbitrary. Don't feel like that's something that I picked up from years of study or anything. It's completely arbitrary. I guess I can just use Gilliam to kill this archer real quick. We need to draw out this enemy sniper, because he's going to hurt quite a bit unless he shoots somebody like Gilliam. His stats are not impressive by any means, but he is a promoted unit with a steel bow, so he's still a little bit threatening. There we go. And then we can put... Let's see, we'll put Mr. Archer right there. We'll have Joshua bring up the rear, and we can heal Tana again. Get some much-needed experience for our healer, and in fact, Boulder's going to get a level up out of this. Magic, nice. Not much else, but you know what? As long as my healer has the ability to continue to heal, I am okay with it. That just leaves Senior Ross down here. Alright, let's see what we got now. So that, again, that pirate's just going to make a beeline for the village. He does not care about anything else. We're going to get attacked by this Myrmidon. Hopefully not crit. Nope, not even a hit. But she will crit in return. Wow, Vanessa's really cleaning up house today. I am not at all upset about that. And now we can get to that village and close the gate before the pirate gets there. And actually, what he'll do is he'll if we go and clear that village out, he'll actually turn around and go for the other one across the water instead. For whatever reason, the pirate AI in this chapter is just get loot and ignore everything else. I guess if they don't have any loot to get, they'll start attacking people, but... Alright, so let's get this village cleared out. And here we have Rennick, who was traveling with La Rochelle, but apparently he was not enjoying it very much. He was running around without getting paid. What was he doing hanging out with her? Don't say a word about seeing me to Lady La Rochelle. Bye. Here's this dragon shield as a bribe. I'll take it. I like dragon shields. Alright, so we actually... we can have Vanessa clean up these mercenaries real quick. She probably can handle a hit from that pirate too, if I'm being totally honest. But since he's going to ignore her anyway and go for that village, it doesn't really matter all that much. And we'll have Ross float across the... Actually, let's have him keep on the water. The water, believe it or not, actually gives him a defense bonus. I'm not really sure how that makes any sense. You'd think he'd be more vulnerable since he's, like, actively swimming. But no, he gets 10% avoid from the water. And this plane or the road over here gives nothing. So he's actually better protected while he's floating over there. That's contrary to a lot of other tactics games, I believe, like Advance Wars, for example. I think you get a defense or avoidance penalty when you're on the water, which I think makes a little bit more sense. I don't know why you'd want to be on the water as a defensive measure. Unless you didn't have a choice, like if you're a boat or something, but obviously Ross is not a boat, as far as I know. That'd be a little strange if he was. And then we have Tana cleaning up house, as she does. I'm hoping to get her to a decent level this chapter. She's really, really good in the long run. And as I believe I mentioned, she will completely outclass Vanessa, unfortunately, later on. Naomi can actually nearly kill this sniper in a single round, but take a lot of damage in return, so... Why don't we soften them up with Eirika first? In fact, I think Eirika can kill this guy. Nope, not quite, so we'll just have her poke this guy a little bit. And because this sniper is promoted, he will actually give us a nice boatload of experience points, so... Why don't we let Joshua kill him, but I gotta deal with this mercenary first. Let's move Franz in there then, shall we? I would like Franz to have some more speed. Normally he's very good about leveling up speed, but he's been kind of lackluster about it so far this playthrough, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. We'll have Loot finish off this guy, assuming she hits this time. Yep, there we go. I know I said having a lackluster skill does not really affect Loot all that much, but I guess I might have been mistaken about that. Speaking of, she gets a skill level up and more magic. Serving her purpose as the magical nuke, pretty much. So we'll get a level off for Joshua here. He'll dispatch this sniper, no problem. He does have a very appealing color palette. He's got this nice muted green color, blue-green color, and then there's the bright red hair. Defense, alright, I'll take defense for a Myrmidon. I believe I might have mentioned it already, but Joshua is by far one of the best Myrmidons, I think, in the Fire Emblem franchise. He does not suffer from the lackluster strength that a lot of them do. For example, Guy from Blazing Sword tends to have that issue quite a bit. But Joshua does not have that problem. He also has pretty reasonable defenses for a Swordmaster later on, so he's a nice breath of fresh air for a class that is otherwise kind of mediocre, if you ask me. I know I've mentioned already, but I'm not that big of a fan of Myrmidons and Swordmasters, so it's nice to have someone like Joshua who breaks the mold and is actually a very worthwhile unit. Here we'll get another level for Tana real quick. She gets some strength, so she's already stronger than Vanessa, and she's matched her speed by this point, and she's still a couple levels lower, so... She will not double this mercenary, however, that Iron Lance is just a little bit too heavy. But that's alright. And Vanessa will probably deal with this mercenary, no issue. She will actually double this one because her Slim Lance does not weigh her down. I don't mind it. You know, I might just use both of them if I'm being totally honest. I just really like Pegasus Knights. More defense. Alright, so Vanessa's turned out to be pretty tanky for a Pegasus Knight, and I'm okay with that. That's normally one of their points of contention as well, similar to Myrmidons. Pegasus Knights are basically flying Myrmidons that use lances. But they have resistance as well. That's normally their big thing, is they're used for killing mages. And here we have some Grotto soldiers who are coming to the aid of these mercenaries. Apparently these Carcino mercenaries are going to arrest the princess. And who is this chick? Amelia of Silva. She's a new recruit, only assigned today. Stab the enemy. I'm not afraid. Yeah, she looks a little afraid. Let's actually talk about here real quick. So this is Amelia. As is the case with most named units on the enemy team, she's going to be recruitable. We have to talk to her with Eirika, I believe. Amelia is a recruit, level 1. A recruit is another trainee class, just like Ross, who started out as a journeyman. So Amelia starts with pathetically low stats, E ranking lances. All she has is a slim lance. She does have a speed wing though, which is nice. But she's one of those things where we have to get her to level 10, then she can promote into a regular base class. And her options are either an armor knight or a cavalier, which is pretty nice. That being said, it is very, very difficult to train Amelia early on. As you can see, as the case with any trainee, her stats are pathetic, but we're getting her at a point where it's not going to be easy to give her map experience. These enemies are just going to absolutely mop the floor with her. So we might be able to take some kills where we can get them, but it's going to be difficult. I'm going to move Vanessa out of the line of fire of those soldiers, but she can still take pot shots at these guys with her slim lance here. I'm going to move Ross over here and dispatch with... Let's use the steel axe. That'll be a one-shot kill here. That'll also get him a little more weapon experience. Alright, speed. I like it. Speed is good. And weapon level increase. Always nice. I think it puts him at, what, B rank with axes? Yep, there we go. Alright, so we got this pirate to deal with. He's not overly threatening, really, but... Let's take out this mercenary first with Tana. So, the trainee units, I think, are a neat addition to this game. And, of course, it makes sense to have them included in a game where you can grind for as much experience as you want. But given that I'm not going to be taking the time to do that, a lot of that, I'm not sure if we're going to be making use of Amelia at all. Unfortunately, I think she's just come a little bit too late and at a point where I won't have the ability to train her adequately, so It's going to be hit or miss. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to make an attempt to put some effort in to train her. If we can get her to her base class, she'll be fine. Amelia actually has really decent speed growth, certainly when compared to Ross, so she will not have as much of an issue doubling people and getting some kills early on. Her defenses, unfortunately, are not much to speak of, but if we make her into an Armor Knight, she actually makes up for that with the promotion bonuses that she gains becoming an Armor Knight. That's going to slow her down quite a bit, although she already only has 4 speeds, so it's actually just going to be not increasing her speed, not slowing her down at all. I generally prefer to make her an Armor Knight. I think it's more valuable in the long run than having another Paladin, because we already have Franz and Kyle and Seth. So I think it's more worthwhile, honestly, to make her a general. So we'll see about that, but that's also assuming that we actually get her to that point. I like how Vanessa has not taken a single hit yet. She's just been dodging everybody like a champ. And I'm very, very much okay with that. But these soldiers, however, are going to start making life miserable for her, so... Amelia, however, does not move. She will stay right where she is up until we can walk up and talk to her. Which is nice because she only has 4 move, Eirika can just walk up and talk to her without even having to do anything like baiting her out like we had to do with Joshua. And how nice, this shaman's going to walk right into our line of fire so I can hit him with an axe in the melee range. Bye. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Tana's all fresh and healed up. So why don't we continue to deal with all of these guys with Vanessa. I don't see any reason to stop doing that. Even if all of those spearmen hit her, I don't think she's going to be in much trouble. With her 9 defense, I think she'll be fine. These guys have 13 attack, 14 attack, 13 attack. Yeah, she'll be fine. That archer, however, might be a problem, I just realized. Oh boy. Hopefully she dodges that. It's going to be 18 and 24 out of 9 is 15. Jeez, she really can't afford to take more than 1 or 2 hits from those. If she gets hit by that bow, she can get hit by one of these, but nothing else. But given how much she's been dodging so far, I think she'll be alright. We'll have to hold out for hope here. So we'll get some reinforcements down there. I really should have paid more attention to what was beyond those soldiers there. I completely forgot that reinforcements were on their way. So take my failure here as a lesson for you guys. Look at the rest of the map. Don't just assume that what you can see is the whole everything, because obviously that's not the case. You'll notice I'm not going for that armory or that shop at the moment. It's largely because I don't really need to. I can access the contents of both those shops on the world map. I don't need to do it right here during the map. Let's dispatch this here archer with a steel axe again, shall we? Ross doing his commando job over here, just infiltrating the enemy forces on the one side. Alright, let's hope she gets some dodges in here. And there we go, so far so good. Unfortunately, she is going to have to dodge all of them, or at the very least not dodge one of them. Let's hope she can maintain that particular streak here. Alright, so far so good. I think she'll be alright. Even if that archer hits her, it will not kill her, so... And she'll get a level up out of it. Some more defense would be even better. Or some strength. More defense! Perfect! I'll take that. You know, she's a little on the frail side with terms of strength, but the fact that she can take hits, I am more than okay with. She's still not gotten hit by anything. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why Pegasus Knights are incredible. They may not be the most powerful or the best able to take hits, but the fact that they never get hit is pretty remarkable. Yeah, 14 damage from that bow. And, yep, there she goes. She finally got hit. It took an arrow, but she got hit. And then Ross is actually going to have an issue with these mages, I think. His resistance is pretty pathetic. And that's an L-Fire Tome. That's not good. L-Fire Tomes are nasty. In fact, we might want to see if we can outright murder that guy before... Oh, geez, that's a steel axe, too. That'll do 9 to him. That puts him down to 6. And then he'll take 7 from the fire. Yeah, if I hit the mage, then I'm going to be in trouble. So that'll. So what is that? That's 9 and 7 and 11. 27 damage. Even if I vulnerary, he won't be able to heal past that, unfortunately. But I could put him in a position where he won't get hit in retaliation here. I can put him on the water, and that way only the mages can get to him. So we'll heal him up. I'm going to give him the hatchet, actually, too. So we'll heal him up. Alright, so even if both the mages hit him, he'll be fine, and then that fighter cannot reach him, so he'll be okay. And he'll retaliate and kill at least one of the mages, if not both of them. I think that Hellfire Tome was definitely way too heavy for that guy to double with. Oh yeah, for sure. So he's going to get doubled. In fact, I think it looks like they both are, so yeah, he'll kill both of them. Alright, so now the cavalry has literally arrived. We are going to use Franz to deal with these archers. Whip out some swords here. That way he can deal with that upcoming axe fighter as well. Sorry, this might be a little bit of a longer episode. I apologize for that. I'm sure most of you don't mind, but for those of you who prefer some of the more, I guess, structured episodes, this is not going to be one of those. I'm just kind of talking out of my butt here a little bit. Something else I was going to mention, too, about unit composition as far as your team goes. I know I said that I didn't necessarily want to use 2 Pegasus Knights, and that's really a situation where you need to think about, well, what do you need to have in your team? So, let's send Tana over here, actually. I think she can handle a hit from any one of those guys. It'd be fine. The mage will do 2. The Hellfire mage will do 6. Yeah, she'll be fine, and she'll double anybody in return with 15 speed, although this javelin weighs a ton. She'll still have 9 speed. She still doubles both of them. That's hilarious. So, we'll send Tana down to help out Ross in case he needs it. But we'll be out of the range of that axe fighter still. Alright, there we go. Really, the most important thing to worry about when you're deciding what units to bring and what ones you want to train in the long run is, you know, what do you want out of your party? So, if you want a team of nothing but sword masters, and you have the ability to do that, then by all means. But just bear in mind, you're going to suffer when it comes to armor knights, and most likely paladins as well, especially if they're equipped with lances. So what I try to do is build a diverse team that can handle everything. And I think that's where a lot of people make the same choices. So, you know, rather than, you don't necessarily need to have one of every unit, certainly not, but on the same token, you want to make sure you can deal with any issue that comes up. Thanks to that water defense bonus, he's not getting hit by that Hellfire Tome. And we'll actually be getting that Hellfire Tome, which is nice. Loot will love that. Loot will have a field day with that Hellfire Tome. Alright, so Ross is going to mop up both of these mages. But, like I said, if you want to have a mono paladin team, go for it. It's nothing. In fact, it's one of the better teams to use. But just note that you're going to have issues in at least one area, if not multiple, if you have a very, you know, singular team of nothing but the same kind of guys or the same kinds of weapons. And I guess there's some things you can live without, like you don't necessarily need to have an archer. Most flying units in this game can be dealt with by some other means. Certainly wyverns. Wyverns are very susceptible to magic, in addition to bows, so if you don't have an archer, then just get a mage. And mages are incredibly versatile because they're good against everything, except for, arguably, Pegasus Knights. Pegasus Knights are kind of... I guess they were designed with the intent of being the anti-mage. Since they're so fast, they tend to double everything, and mages are not known as the fastest things in the book, unless you're loot. Let's see. Give me a break. Leave us out of this stupid war. That's how I feel most citizens are when it comes to war. Take this and go do something about all the fighting. Alright, if you say so. Oh, look, a rapier. That only Eirika can use. Fair enough. Alright, so we don't want to go attacking Miss Amelia there, so we're going to park Eirika right here, and we'll recruit her next turn. Speaking of Eirika, let's get her a kill real quick. That'll put her to level 10. Hopefully some strength. Nope. Alright, fine. Defense, though. I'll take defense. She needs more of that. I think Vanessa's doing alright for the time being, so we'll give her a quick heal up. And we will have... who? Oh, Joshua needs kills. That's right. So we'll have Joshua dispatch with this archer here. He has to use a steel sword to do it, but that's alright. I guess 8 strength is not all that great, as I mentioned, because it's exactly what Eirika has, but the fact that Joshua is so fast and so capable in every other area, his lack of strength does not hinder him as much. And we want to be careful not to draw Amelia out here because we will absolutely murder her otherwise, and we don't need that right now. And we can send... let's send Vanessa over to the water, shall we? And then we can have Franz hold up this side right here. This one axe fighter can't make up his mind in which direction he's going. But instead, we are going to just whip an axe at his face, or a couple by the looks of it. Should I use melee? Let's just go in with melee here and run this guy over. I can't quite one-shot him, but pretty darn close. I don't think he'll even hit me, to be honest. Well, maybe he will. Shouldn't have said anything. You know what happens. That's alright. Alright, and we're going to leave... oh, geez, we got more axe fighters to deal with here, so... let's talk to Amelia. You should find some place to hide. But I'm a soldier and I'm supposed to kill you. Huh? She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Give me a break. I suppose they can say whatever they want. My first day, I surrender. It's like, seriously? Oh, she admired General Dussel, that's what it is. Interesting. It's Amelia. Amelia of Silva. I'm just going to call her that for now on. Amelia of Silva has joined the party. Let's get her the heck out of Dodge because these axe fighters will one-shot her. We don't need that. And we're just going to park Franz in the way here. I'm going to find somebody who can adequately deal with these guys but not kill them. Because I want to leave the possibility of Amelia to kill some people. I'm going to see if we can feed her some kills. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to see if we can do it. I do like Amelia once she's been fully trained. She's actually quite fearsome once she's an armor knight or a cavalier or what have you, but the fact that it takes so much effort to train her is definitely a downside. And that is the case with all the trainees. Thankfully, it's a little bit easier with Ross because he comes so early, and you can just take the time to feed him kills from weaker enemies. But because we're already level 9 and dealing with more advanced enemies, it's going to be a little more difficult. Let's see if Amelia can't take out that axe fighter. I know, right? That sounds terrifying. Why would you send poor little Amelia against an axe fighter that can one-shot her? But I think she can handle it, if I'm being totally honest with you. Let's see. Nope, she can't. She does not do enough damage. If I gave her an Iron Lance, she probably could, but then she'd get doubled. You know what? Let's see how it goes. I'm curious. Would she... yeah, she would in fact get doubled if she missed, and she more than likely will. So, that's a problem. Instead, why don't we see if we can land a hit on this guy that won't kill him necessarily. Nope, that'll kill him. Naomi can probably do it. Of course, she's in everybody's way. Actually, I bet you Eirika cannot kill this guy. Yep, totally. Perfect. That'll work, actually, because then Amelia can sneak around the side there. This is one point where having low strength is actually beneficial to me. It does not happen all that frequently. And then she can just use her Slim Lance to poke this guy, and she won't die in the retaliation, so... oh, geez. And she missed! Come on! The things I go through, and this is the payoff that I get. Unbelievable. Alright, whatever. We'll just pick these guys off anyway. I don't think Amelia will have an issue dealing with those soldiers. She won't double them. Well, maybe she will. Nope, she won't. It was worth a shot. But anyway. I'll have Loot finish this guy off, because I'm sick of looking at his face. Alright, and we're going to draw out... I guess we can't really draw out these mercenaries, can we? Or these soldiers, rather. Let's heal up Amelia at any rate. Yeah, no matter what I send in there, they're just going to get messed up, so... Or they're going to mess up, these soldiers, because they're so pathetically weak. We could send in Gilliam and have him unequip his weapon. Oh, they don't get to do that in this game, that's right. That's not actually a thing. So, why don't we instead... I don't want her to get killed in the process. That's an Axe Reaver. Let's just have Eirika do it. You know what? She can take a hit from these guys. Alright, and then we'll just have Amelia right behind her. You know what I could do? How fast? They're not fast enough to double no matter what. That guy has 15 attack. She can take a hit, so we'll put her right here. I might end up regretting this. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but... Again, apologies for the slow slog of a progression here. I just want to see if I can get Amelia some kills. Actually, nope, Eirika still kills that guy. Oh well. Well, we'll see how this goes. Probably not much better, but... Ow. Wow, she doubles him? That thing must weigh a ton. And you see her pathetic little lance attack animation there. That's whenever I think about what she sounds like swinging that thing, it's just like that's just pathetic. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck she was thinking joining the military. Let's see if she can kill this guy. There we go. We got a kill on Amelia. And she comes into battle with a skirt. I'm not really sure why, but I guess everybody else is too. Alright, strength, speed, luck, resistance. That's pretty good level up, actually. And she gets an Axe Reaver, so now she can deal with axes. No, she can't. She can't even use the bloody thing. Anyway, so let's see if we can get her a couple more kills off these mercenaries. It's possible. She does have weapon triangle advantage against them. However, they're going to double the snot out of her. More than likely. Actually, this guy might not. This guy's only got 9 speed. Oh, he still doubles her. Never mind. But you know what? We're trying, everybody. We're trying. And this is where you need to make some concessions. Is you just need to take things a little slower and get your kills where you can get them and hope it pays off. That is ultimately the problem, or the point here. This boss does not move, I don't believe, either. I'm not suggesting we're going to try to take out the boss with Amelia, because there's no way in the heck that'll ever happen, but... those guys are fast enough to not get doubled by Eirika, so we can use her as bait this time again, hopefully. If nothing else, we'll have other guys that can function as softening up tools, simply because the mercenaries are so fast, they're difficult to double. So we can soften them up with the likes of Naomi or Lute or Artur or something like that. And it won't be as difficult. Vanessa and Town are probably a little too fast, but... take things as they come. Alright, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Here, even if she were to double, she wouldn't kill this guy. But she doesn't. We can actually use her to get out, or bait out the other guy, too. What weapon does he have? Steel sword as well. Is he any slower? He actually is, so Eirika will double him. We're going to give her a vulnerary real quick, just in case. Probably should have had her attack that guy, but you know what? That's alright. We've got Naomi still. Let's use the steel bow just to make sure we can get the kill here. And then we'll bring in Little Miss Amelia to get the kill, hopefully. Oh, she better hit. Yep, she did. Good. Alright, that's nearly another level for her. She's not in range of getting hit herself, so that's fine. Gilliam can lay some serious hurt down in it. Well, let's do it one at a time. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I want to see if we can take them down one by one instead of more than one at a time here. So let's get Franz out of the way. Get everybody else a little closer. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that boss does not move. But, again, don't quote me on that. So Eirika's going to double this guy. Hopefully put him in killing range. Let's see how that goes. If she Iron Lances, she'll kill him, but that's a risky business, too. Is there anything I can sling at this guy that won't kill him? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like I'm going to have to take the risky biscuit here. Yeah, you know what? I'm confident. Let's do it. Nailed it. Alright, good. It's going to be level 3 Amelia, and if she takes out that other mercenary, that'll be level 4. Doing alright. Oh, come on! Really? I'm feeding you these kills, and you can't even give me a decent level up? Ugh. Alright, let's get Gilliam over here to bait out this last mercenary, then we can just go ham and kill the boss. That being said, just in case he does move, let's get her out of there. Should be far enough, right? Yeah, we're good. Alright, bring it on. Last mercenary. That puts him well in the range of being killed with a Slim Lance, I believe. Hopefully we get a better level up out of her than just HP like we did last time. That was really irritating. Again, this is a little bit of a gamble, but 89% I'm confident. There we go. That's level 4 Amelia. Thankfully the trainees level up very quickly. It only takes 1 kill to get them like a whole level. Okay, strength, luck, resistance. I'd prefer some more defense on her, considering she has a whopping 2. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's go deal with Boss Man, and then we can get out of here. I'm just going to send all my speedy sword guys in here. Including the likes of Joshua. We'll send Gilliam, too, just for kicks and giggles. This guy's speed is not sufficient to double Gilliam anyway, so... Alright, that'll lock everybody out pretty much. Anybody in need of healing? I guess Amelia could use the 2 hit points that she's lost. Alrighty. I guess Franz could do the heal too a little bit, but one thing at a time. Let's get Ross down there. Let's get Vanessa over there. Alright. Yeah, so this guy shouldn't move, but if he does, he's not going to one-shot anybody. No, he doesn't move. In fact, he still has his axe equipped, so I can kind of just poke at him right now if I wanted to. Can I even hurt him with Amelia out of curiosity? No, 12 defense, there's no way. I lied. Nope, even with triangle I couldn't do it. So, nope, none of that. Let's just lay into 42 hit points? Holy smokes, let's killing edge him and see how that goes. I think Joshua will make mincemeat of this guy. 5,000 gold ain't nearly enough for this. Yeah, you got gypped. Ow. Alright, so we're going to have to kill him this turn, but that shouldn't be a problem considering Joshua just did 24 damage to him. Let's see. Luke can't quite get in range, unfortunately. Can Gilliam even hit him? Let's go Silver. That sounds like fun. Oh, he can't even two-shot Gilliam with that steel axe of his. That's absurd. Alright, lay into him, dude. Nice. Gilliam laughs at you and gets a level up out of it. Laughing all the way to the bank. Strength, speed, defense. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Gilliam. And then we'll let Eirika finish him off, I think. Well, I mean, she can do it. It's really sad. Alright. Hopefully she gets some strength. That'd be nice. That stinking Pablo. He lied to me. Who is this Pablo guy? We'll have to find out. Nope, still no strength. Just skill, speed, and luck. Alright, so that's that level done. Are you well? Yeah, I'm okay. They are not Imperial troops, they are mercenaries. Judging by their crude swordplay. Is that why? Oh, we're going to interrogate one of the survivors, it looks like. guess we have no use for you. No, wait! Wow, he's such a pathetic loser. So Pablo, we find out, is one of the council members. Oh, good. Huh. Prince Innes was to pass through Carcino on his way to Johanna. Uh-oh. And here we have another Pegasus. I bring dire tidings. Prince Innes is in danger. Oh, Snapple. Cut through half their men? Holy snap. Prince is trapped in a siege and has no means of escape. And apparently we're going to go ride to Prince Innes' aid. And there's Rennick again. Lady Larshall and her man Sir Stubble-Chin. He's giving us more presents? What a strong relationship. Oh, strange relationship. I thought she was being sarcastic. That would have been amazing. Alright, so that's Chapter 9 taken care of. We're going to move on and go reinforce Prince Innes in the next episode. But until that time, thank you all very much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.